There's something really weird going on right now, folks, and, well, I guess it's 2024. There's always something weird going on, but there's been a lot of strange UFO, UAP activity lately. A lot of strange reports and sightings, and these aren't reports coming from random people in the middle of nowhere. No, these UFOs or UAPs have been caught on video at airports, over major cities, heavily populated areas. And in fact, most of these reportings, most of these sightings are being reported by the U.S. military. Not regular civilians, the U.S. military. They've been spotting these UFOs and UAPs over military bases in America for a while now. But ever since the congressional hearing about UFOs a few weeks ago, all of a sudden the UFO activity has been picking up. And ladies and gentlemen, these UFOs are not just being reported in America. It's throughout the world. We've had reports of random glowing orbs in the sky over Moscow and Russia. And like I said, the U.S. military seems to be the main ones reporting these sightings. Not regular people, but military personnel who are watching these UFOs, UAPs, drones, whatever they are, flying over military bases. And now it's happening in England as well. And I feel like this may be directly tied to all of the tensions, between Russia and NATO right now. Because the timing of these sightings, the uptick of these sightings, it seems to be happening at a really odd time. Like I said, right around the time that we had these congressional hearings about UFOs, all of a sudden we have this major uptick in sightings. And right around the time that we had the congressional hearings about UFOs, we also had tensions, rising to an all-time high between Russia and NATO. Like I've been reporting to you all, I think World War III has already begun. We're already in the middle of it. So we know that often we've seen different reports about UFOs being interested in nuclear weapons. Maybe they're trying to stop us from using them. There's always reports of UFOs flying over nuclear sites. In fact, some of the military bases in England that have been reporting UFO sightings, they house nuclear weapons. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of the hearings. Do they know something that we don't know? Or is this directly tied to the fact that we're kind of in World War III and closer to nuclear war than ever? I don't know what it is, but there's a reason why all of a sudden, plain as day, we're seeing UFOs and lights in the sky over major cities and military bases. Now, the most concerning sighting of all, at least for us here in America, happened just a couple of days ago. And I'll talk to you all about that in just a moment. But first, I think it's important that you all listen to this news clip and listen to what's going on over there in the UK, because so many people think that these UFO and UAP sightings only happen in America. That is not the case. We have something weird going on over in the UK, over in England, above military bases that house U.S. soldiers and the U.S. Air Force. They've actually gotten together a whole team to try to track down these UAP, UFOs, drones, or whatever they are. And folks, I'm not telling you that these are aliens. I don't know what these are. I think in some cases these are UFOs, like extraterrestrial, some type of weird stuff. But in some of these cases, these are military drones, I believe, that we're kind of allowing to fly right over our military bases and spy on us and stuff. It's all very concerning. But let's go ahead and roll this news clip, and then I'll be right back with even more concerning information.
The U.S. Air Force says unidentified drones have been spotted over 4 joint U.S. and U.K. military bases in England. The mysterious drones have repeatedly appeared for over a week now. Stephanie Bennett is live in London. So, Stephanie, this is pretty disturbing. What do we know about these drones?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Julie. I mean, the details are still very limited at this time. We do know that the sightings started last week on November 20th, and they have really ranged in size, in style, and also the amount that we've been seeing over that last week or so. Now, a senior British official confirmed to Fox that the UK has deployed about 60 troops, including counter-drone specialists, to help determine who is behind this and to help defend the air bases amid fears it's a potential coordinated operation. They're describing the incidents as unusual and say this is a serious set of circumstances. Take a look at this map. The bases are spread across England and are all used by U.S. Air Force. Now, the drones have been seen over RAF Fairford, Lakenheath, Mildenhall and Feltwell. For now, civilian police, supported by the UK Ministry of Defence, have launched an investigation. And so far, we're told there has been no impact to residents or infrastructure, and they have not been identified as hostile. Well, a Ministry of Defense spokesperson said we take threats seriously and maintain robust measures at defense sites, but as of right now, it has not had any significant mission impact. At a Pentagon briefing, Fox's chief national security correspondent Jennifer Griffin asked whether the drones appear to be those of hobbyists or something more sinister and concerning.
Again, it would be, premature to draw any conclusions. We've got to see what these are. I mean, it's entirely possible that it could be hobbyists or something else. We just got to look into it. So.
Yeah, and for now, the U.S. Air Force says the investigation, of course, is still ongoing. And right now, all eyes are on the skies.
Okay, so that's just a tidbit of information about what's going on in England right now. But like I was saying earlier, over here in America, we got a lot of sightings over military bases. We have sightings over, various major cities throughout the U.S. But the most concerning sighting happened a couple of days ago right over Capitol Hill. Now, I'm sure some of you all watching this, you've already seen the photos. You've already seen the videos. I've been looking into this for a couple of days now. I try not to just jump out there with information until I have time to really look through it. And listen, there's some explanations for what may have been flying over Capitol Hill, but I'm not buying it necessarily because the explanations aren't really lining up. But there's panic in Washington, D.C. right now over these UFOs or UAP. And it all started with this one photo. Someone snapped this photo, said, hey, there's some weird stuff flying over the Capitol. I don't know what this is. And of course, the internet started going crazy, right? Well, a lot of people said that, hey, no, these aren't weird, mysterious UFO lights flying in the sky over Capitol Hill. This is a glare on the camera lens that is caused by the lighting around the Capitol, okay? This is caused by random street lamps and street lights. Now, I looked into that, and okay, I guess that's a possibility. You know what I mean? And I've looked into other sightings in the past over the Capitol that were explained away in the same way this is being explained away. The only problem is, this photo wasn't the only thing out there. Someone snapped this photo, but various people throughout Washington, D.C. were able to record videos of these strange lights all over, flying and hovering around the Capitol. So quickly the explanation changed. At first they said, hey, these are just reflections, of the lighting and stuff like that. And like I said, you could go back throughout your UFO history, you will see other sightings explained away in the same way. Now, maybe this picture was caused by the lighting. The only problem is that other people in the city were recording videos of these weird orbs or lights or whatever flying around. Now, the explanation they have for that is that, oh, these are airplanes all flying around waiting to land at the airport. Now, is that possible? I guess some of you all would know better than me, but I'm just not buying it. And I'm not buying it because of everything else that is going on right now. You're having congressional hearings about these UFOs, you know, in Washington, D.C. Now you have these things flying over Washington, D.C. You've already admitted that you got these things flying over military bases, you know, in the U.S., and now you've admitted that they're flying over military bases in the UK. We have reports that something like this has been seen flying in the skies of Moscow. So the question is, are these some type of aliens that are here to stop us from going to nuclear war with Russia? Are they trying to stop World War III? Or are these some type of advanced weapons that we don't know exist yet? Or are they even not advanced? Are they enemy drones and we think that we're so advanced that we can stop anything, but in reality, our enemies are flying right in with drones hovering over our capital, hovering over our military bases, doing whatever they want? There could be various explanations, but at the end of the day, there's something going on here, and we deserve an explanation. Something more than, oh, it's just the Capitol lights reflecting, or it's planes waiting to land. Well, what about over the military bases in the UK and right here in America? What's the explanation for that? So, yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just odd that all of this is happening right after the congressional hearings about UFOs and right as we enter into World War III. Now, were these congressional hearings just trying to get us ready because they knew that we've come to a time where these things are going to be more out in the open? Or were the congressional hearings getting us ready because they knew they were about to start flying around new technology and they didn't want people to freak out too much? I don't know. But I feel like whatever is happening right now with these sightings, with these UAP, it's either tied to the congressional hearings or it's tied to the tensions between us and Russia, or probably both. And I've explained this in past videos. I don't have time to dive into it here. But look at the connections, you know, between UFOs and Russia and stuff during the Cold War. You know, we would often throw out information about UFOs and stuff to scare Russia about what type of weaponry and advanced, you know, alien technology we may have access to. So maybe these congressional hearings are just a bluff, you know, because we know that we're entering into this war with Russia. Maybe we're just bluffing and trying to scare them about what we may have. Like I said earlier, there's all types of different explanations here, but we don't know what this stuff is. And I just find it weird that here we are on the verge of nuclear war. You know, they're not hiding the fact that there's weird objects flying in the sky over our capital and over our military bases, and no one's making a big stink about it because they're acting like, oh, well, there's not really much that can be done. And that just kind of blows my mind. It shatters everything that I thought. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that we would just allow random crafts to fly over our military bases and spy on us. Why would we allow that? It doesn't make any sense at all. Unless we know we can't stop them, or unless they are us, they are our vehicles, or something. I don't know. But you, let me know what you think down below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.